The dire water crisis in the region has led the heads of the Garden Route Municipality Disaster Management and the Western Cape Provincial Disaster Management to request support from Gift of the Givers to overcome the predicament in various towns. The aid organization says the situation is reminiscent of the COVID-19 pandemic, when Gift of the Givers supplied hundreds of food parcels to hotel employees who lost their jobs. Mario Ferreira from Gift of the Givers joins us to tell us how bad the situation is. Mario, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. You were on the ground, Mario. Give us a sense of just how bad the water crisis along the Garden Route is.
Good evening, Oliver, and thank you for the invite. We moved on to site since Thursday, past Thursday. We've been actively involved in the community of Brenton, which is one of the suburbs of Knysna, Brenton-on-Sea, where firstly the reservoirs had to be filled up with our tankers. We roamed the streets. People had no water in their taps. Tanks was filled for people to come at all hours just to be able to have access to water. Restaurants, businesses suffered seriously because of the loss of that. We are constantly continuing in the area, so much so that Dr. Suleiman himself will be visiting the area shortly. We've got our hydrologist, chief hydrologist, Martijn Landman, that will be coming down to do investigations and analysis on infrastructure to be improved in the area, that this doesn't happen as it's been over the last years as a reoccurring occasion.
Yeah. What interim measures do the residents have available, particularly along the townships of Knysna, which would include Brenton-on-Sea?
Well, as I said, we've got tankers roaming the streets, filling up reservoirs, assisting at businesses and so forth, clinics, hospitals where needed. We've got bottled water that's on its way, that's basically held in storage. As we believe, according to information on the ground, there's about 29 days of water left for Knysna. So we want to make sure that the holiday makers is not put off from coming to the area, obviously by providing all the necessary aid.
Yeah, you've got your hydrologist coming in, presumably to see if borehole options could be on the table there. What is typically the turnaround time on getting a borehole drilled and to get it pumping water? And given your experience of the last couple of days, what are the consumption levels that are needed to be pumped every day to meet the demand in the area?
Well, I don't have all that statistics. All that I know, according to the information that I received, was that the demand exceed the production at the moment. They making use of reservoir, backed up storage, water. So it's a matter of time, basically. Yes, we are in a drought. But if we look at the overall rainfall for the year, it's nothing less than the previous years. It's basically on a par with it. It's just that this time of the year, yes, we have less rain. But turnaround time on the boreholes, that very much depends on where these boreholes must be drilled, the depth of the boreholes. That I'd rather not comment on. I'll leave that for our hydrologist to make that decision at the end of the day. Yes.
But Mario, you speak to community members and business owners and operators in the area as you're on the ground. And the Garden Route economy depends heavily on an influx of tourism, particularly over the festive period that we're heading into now. If there were to be a water crisis, and if the water crisis were to persist and it reaches its day zero, quote unquote, what effect would that have on the job security of those who are employed by the businesses that require, or at least that depend on an influx of tourists coming in?
Oliver, that's huge. And that is why we rather want to be proactive We want to bring in the necessary water. We're working together with Old Mutual at the moment in securing the 5-litre waters on a drive from Cape Town. We're collecting water together with them. We've purchased water which is in storage, waiting for that a serious time where we need to pull in more resources than just the tankers and the water bottles that is available at the present at the moment. So we've got a couple of plans in the back for that. To make sure the impact is as minimal as possible. That's why the hydrologist is, as we speak, is on his way to make sure the lay time, the turnaround time, to get these things back into action, because there are some boreholes which is just not operational. So there's very much an infrastructure problem, as we believe from information that we receive around.
Yeah.
Coming back to the businesses, people are fairly upset. They feel there's not enough transparency from the local authorities. They feel that there's some wool over their eyes. They don't want to disclose the severity of the situation as it really is on the ground.
Yeah. Well, Mario, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. All the best, and thank you so much for your work. Mario Ferreira is with Gift of the Givers.